Okay, YouTube. I'm working on my 2001 Ford F-150 again. Today, I'm going to be changing out all of my coil packs. I figured, it has 230 some thousand miles on it. They've never been changed. One or two of them are starting to misfire, and I figured, why not change them all? It's an older truck. So first of all, there's a lot of parts online that you can buy for a lot cheaper. You can get a whole set of coil packs for like 60 bucks offline off Amazon. Not saying that those things don't work well. That's not, but these came from AutoZone, and it came in a set, right? These come from AutoZone in a set. They come with a lifetime warranty as long as I own the vehicle. If these ever go out, I can just go bring one in, figure it out, bring one in and get it changed out. All right. Again, like I always say, if you're going to do a job, do it right. All right. These were $199 for all 8 of them. You can get them offline for a little bit cheaper, but again, you get what you pay for. I've heard horror stories about these things going out within a year. So let's just get started. It's going to be kind of an overview because changing these things out is really a two-hand job, and I can't hold my camera and do it at the same time. So I'm kind of bringing you through it. Dielectric grease, you're going to need that to rub on the tips. You're going to want to barely put and I'll show you again. You're going to want to put barely a little bit of dielectric grease on the tip, not all the way in there. You don't want it to touch on the spring or the electrode, the coil. All right, but we'll cover that when I get there. So, okay, as you can see, what I did was, first thing I did was I moved the air intake to give me some clearance, because you're going to need clearance if you're going to do this by yourself, guys. So I moved the air intake to give me some clearance all the way over. Let me back out a little bit. So the whole air intake is gone. Obviously the calendar is gone. And what I also am going to do, you don't have to do this, but what I did was, let me climb up here so I can show you. What I'm going to do is remove or pull up on the fuel rail. Okay, and to do that, all you have to do, there's 2 screws. There's one here and there's one there, and it's the same on the other side. See that bracket? One, and then one back there. And you're gonna just kind of unscrew those bolts, and then you're gonna stick your fingers down in here right on the side of the injectors, and you're going to kind of pull and pry up. This pops right on up. Before you do that, you want to bleed off, oh crap, what did I just do? You want to bleed off fuel pressure. So there's a nozzle, it looks like a little air thing. It has a little cap on it. You're going to take that off. Get you a towel, then you're gonna stick a screwdriver right there, and you're gonna bleed off the fuel line pressure before you take the fuel rail up, okay? Bleed off the fuel line pressure by sticking something just like as if you were deflating a tire, and stick it down there, stick a towel around it because some fuel's gonna pop out, and you're gonna bleed off the majority of the pressure. Now when you take this rail up, there's still gonna be fuel in it, guys. You're gonna spill some fuel down there. It's okay. You just won't want it to be all over the place and shooting out at you. Okay? So you're gonna take this up like this. Bang. See how that all comes up? When I apply pressure, I grabbed here and I pulled it up, injectors and all. Okay? All right. And then once you get that going, to do the coil packs, all you're gonna do is you're gonna remove my hand on it. You're going to remove the connector. I can't get it with one hand here. Well, anyway, you're going to remove the connector, and there's a bolt on each one. You're going to remove that bolt. Once you remove the bolt and the connector off the coil pack, they should just pull out. Okay? All right. So you're going to remove the bolt and the connector, and these are going to pull out. You don't have to move the fuel rail if you don't want to. I did because it makes it easier. I'm doing it by myself, and it gets a little hairy when you get back there to that bad boy back there. All the way back here. See that? So you want to get as much clearance as possible. Same thing on this side. Same thing on this side. Right? See? There's a bolt and the connector. You're going to pull up on the coil pack, and you're going to just do it in reverse. All right. Let me get started here again. It's not going to be an intuitive video like I normally do because I'm doing this by myself, and I can't do this and film at the same time. So I'll be kind of jumping in and out. All right, so I've taken the nut off the coil pack, right? See how it moves around now? And I'm just gonna pull. All right, now I've taken the connector off. See that? And it just comes right on out. Now I would suggest doing these in order. All right, do one side first completely, and then move to the other side and do that side. But you're just gonna do it in reverse, all right? All right, real quick. So for the new one, I'm gonna take some dielectric grease, right? I have it up on the table, that's why I'm able to do both hands right now. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit to the end. So I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger, or some people use Q-tips, whatever. Just a little bit, not a lot. See, just a little bit. You're gonna take it, and I'm just gonna dab it around. I'm not gonna really stick it in there. Right? Just kind of scrape it off in there. I'm not gonna put it all on top of the coil, the spring. Remember, dielectric grease is an insulator. It's not necessarily a conductor, okay? It's not used to conduct. It's used to insulate connections, okay? I'm just gonna, see that? It's not all in there. It's just right around the edge. I'm sure somebody does it differently. I mean, you know, to each his own, right? Yeah, and then you're gonna go back, pop it back into your motor, screw the nut down, put the connector on, and you're done. Then you put everything back together. Done deal. So I'm gonna come over here. Take my new coil pack, slide it back down in there. See that hole? Slide it back down in there. Attach the bolt. Attach the connector. Do this whole side. Then I do the other side. And we're done, man. Again, this is a coil pack replacement video on a 2001 Ford F-150, 4.6 motor, V8. And again, like I always say, guys, all right, so I just literally saved myself 300 bucks, maybe even 400 of mechanic fees. Guys, you can do this, right? It's not too hard. You guys can do it, man. All right, so I know it's a short video. I know I'm not getting too in depth with a lot of stuff, but I just wanted to share this with y'all. Coil pack removal, coil pack replacement, even fuel injector, because actually if your fuel injectors go out, all right, so let me just show you this. If your fuel injectors go out, see those little yellow things? Those are my fuel injectors, right? They're pretty expensive, but it's the same process. Actually probably don't even need to take your air intake off really, but you want to loosen up the fuel rail. You pop the fuel rail up, and those things just pop smooth off. Literally, they just pop off. Then you put the new ones in, put the connectors back on. Man, you out of there. Brand new fuel injectors. I wanted to change them all at the same time, but I didn't think about it, so I don't have them. All right, so coil pack removal, coil pack replacement on a 2001 Ford F-150, 4.6 motor, V8. Real simple, real straightforward. Take about an hour or two by yourself, and save yourself some money, guys. All right, see you. Any questions, y'all ask them below. As you see on my other videos, I'm happy to answer any questions if I get to them, or if I know the answer. I'm not a professional mechanic. I just been working on cars my whole life, so I just know a little bit, right? So I've been around the block a little bit. So all right, guys, signing out. Let me finish this job.